everybody's doing well. Today I'll be filming something really different for me. I've never used green in my eyes before, but I wanted to try the earthy tones and the green tones that I've just received from BH Cosmetics in my new order. I've received 5 palettes in total and I used 3 of them today, including their highlighting palette as well. I think I used a black light or something, but anyway, if you want to know how I got this look, please keep watching. I wanted to base this look just on the new products that I've got. So I've already put my base, my eyebrows and my contour on, and on my nose as well. And I'm just going to show you what I use to prep my skin and also put my base makeup on. So for starters, I use the Napoleon Purtis Skin Renewal Serum, and I use this in winter. I don't need to use it in summer because it's too hot in Australia. But I use this in winter, and at the moment it's autumn, just so my skin can be really supple and look really hydrated and healthy throughout the day of my makeup and in my tutorials as well. On top of that, I went in with my Benefit It's Potent Eye Cream. I find that this really helps with the creasing underneath my eyes of my concealer. I don't know why lately I have been creasing a lot when it comes to my concealer. It might be the texture or the consistency of my concealer, I'm not too sure, but this little bad boy has helped it so much. And then to fill in my pores, I went in with my Benefit The Porefessional. I only use this on my cheeks, maybe like tiny bit over here, and on my chin as well. I have found that you guys can even see it now, maybe, I'm not too sure, but I have found that I have really enlarged pores in my cheeks and in my lower cheeks as well. I have no idea why. It could be my dehydration levels, I don't know, I don't drink enough water, but this has been a wonder in a little bottle for me. Then on top of that, I went in with my Tony Moly Flash Primer. This is so radiant. It's got like a moisturizing texture, consistency, and it's not too thick or not too thin. When you put it on, you literally feel it soothing your skin. Honestly, it just feels amazing to the skin. Like, even if I wasn't wearing makeup, I'd most likely put this on, and because it's got SPF in it, and just walk out of the house like that if I didn't want to have a makeup day. For my foundation, you guys know that I don't tan anymore, so I don't have much of a range of foundations left. So I went in with my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 220 Natural Beige. This has been on my face nearly every single day since I have left tanning, and honestly, it's like my baby. I'm so scared something's gonna happen to this. I did end up buying the L'Oreal Total Infallible cover, and I went in, what shade did I buy? My tanning shade was 32 Amber, and I bought a lighter number 9, I think, yes. And I bought that, but it was just too white on my face. And then the shade above that is like, it's pink based, so I'm not fond of that. I've got a yellow or even olive based skin tone, and just disgusting. I gave it to my sister. Now, to make my foundation look more airbrushed, I know this is a very expensive product for an everyday use, and I don't use it every day. Honestly, I only use it on my clients and when I'm filming. I used my Boudoir Mist from Napoleon Purtis, and I'm in the shade Look 3. Now, Look 3 and Look 4 are very similar. I can't, myself as a makeup artist, I can't tell the difference. So when I'm out of Look 3, I do go in for Look 4. But when it comes to a spray mist, because you're not packing it on, it's just giving that airbrush finish and glowy, like radiant finish, I go in with Look 3 or 4. For my eyebrow concealer, like to cancel out my eyebrows, and also for the concealer underneath my eyes, I went in with my Maybelline Master Conceal in the shade 20 Light, and I absolutely love this product. It just carves out my brows like there is no tomorrow. Even if I have like tiny bits of hair, you know, growing back, this little bad boy covers it up so well. To set my face, I used my Australia's Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder Foundation in the shade Medium Tan. I'm not going to rave anymore about this. I honestly sound, when I'm like editing my videos, I sound like a broken record, and it's horrible. But I use this to set my face only because I am in love with it, like that, obviously, but also because now I have trust issues with my other setting powders. So if you guys know any good setting powders, high-end or drugstore, I don't mind, please leave in the comments down below. I am so keen to try out anything new, anything that can try and even top this product. Now, to contour my face, I used my Australia's Queen C Cream and Powder Contouring and Highlighting Kit. I used the Cool Tone Brown shade that's in there. I'll show you guys. I used this shade over here to carve my contour and to also carve my jawline out, and I used a little bit on my temples as well. I went in with the Banana Powder shade just to set underneath my eyes a little bit more and brighten it, and then also to carve out my contour a lot more and define it a lot more. Yes, I do have my cat in the background. He's like right over there. For my eyebrows, I use my Essence Eyebrow Designer in the shade 01 Black. Yep, 01 Black. I have just recently bought this at the beginning of this week, and I have used it on a daily basis. Even if I don't put makeup on for the day, I will go ahead and do my lashes and brows just so I look together, you know, even though I am pasty AF, but anyway. But I found that this works really well when I don't want to use any powder or any wax for that matter. Later on in the tutorial, I will definitely set my brows with my Fibre Brow and my Maybelline Brow Drama, but at the moment I've just left it with using this pencil product only because I am going to be putting eyeshadow on, and just in case I have some fallout or whatnot, I don't want to get that all up in my eyebrows after I've set it, so I'd rather do my makeup and then set my brows at the very end. So recently I have received an order from BH Cosmetics. I'm using 3 palettes out of the 5 that I've received. For my highlight, I'll be using the BH Cosmetics Black Light Highlighting Palette. I don't know what shade I want to go in with though. So they're the shades over there, and I think today I'll be going in with Electra. So it's a really goldy sort of highlighting shade, and I'll just, oh, it's very buttery. Look at that pigmentation on it. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to give it a little swatch before I actually put it, oh, okay. So that's it over there. You guys can definitely see it is very, very, very pigmented. I am very impressed. BH Cosmetics honestly is, oh, they're amazing. So I'll be using my BH Cosmetics 125 brush to put in my highlight. Oh, what are you doing? Jasper, Jasper. So I'm going to go in with the shade Electra, and I am just dabbing that onto my brush, and then to intensify it, I'll be spraying it with my Fix Plus. Oh wow, okay. Ooh. Oh wow. So that's just one, oh my god. That is just literally, you guys saw one dab, one spray, one application. And that is so pigmented. So I'll be doing the same thing on the other side as well. Like I've said before, it is so pigmented. I'll definitely popping even in the nighttime. I swear to God, when there's no light. Woo! And just with whatever's left on my brush, I'll just be running that on the top of my nose, my Cupid's bow, and my bridge as well. And I just thought I'll put it on my temples as well. It's so pigmented. For my blush, I'll be going in with the Napoleon Purtis Blush Patrol. It's been a while I haven't tried this. I do have a new BH Cosmetics blush palette, but I don't want to use it today only because I know that for this look that I've got in my head is going to look amazing. And I'll be going in with my Napoleon Purtis BR22 brush for the application of that. So it's my first time trying the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. I fell in love with this years ago. I mean, ages ago, but you know, I'm over exaggerating. And I wanted to, I don't know, I wanted to give it a little play around with. They've got a white shade there that looks very, very pigmented. So I'm going to go in with that for underneath my brows and my base shade as well. And for that, I'm just using any medium-sized flat top brush. Woo! That's with one dab. That is literally with only one dab. Alright, so I'll run this along. Wow, okay. This is very, very pigmented. So I've just run that along my brow bone and underneath my eyebrow to also carve out and define my eyebrow a lot more as well. And then with the same shade, I'll be going over my eyelid and my inner corner as well. And then for my crease, I found out that, well, I found out throughout working at Napoleon Purtis that this little bad boy here is honestly the best transition shade I have ever used, hands down. It's got so much pigment. It is so subtle, but yet can be so buildable and strong when it comes to the pigment. I'll be going in with the shade Orange Sherbet from Napoleon Purtis, and I'll be using my Napoleon Purtis BR16 brush with that. So I've just moved in a little bit closer so you guys can see what I'm actually doing, and I'm just running this along underneath my brow bone, keeping it on the outer corner and underneath my eyebrow bone. When there's nothing, barely nothing left on the brush, I then take it in on top of my brow bone and blend it in with that white shade that we just applied, but not going any high up into the arch of my eyebrow because I do want this shade to look like subtle and like ombre sort of, and I do want my eyebrow to be very defined. So I also picked up the Supernova palette from BH Cosmetics as well, so I want to give that a little play around with today too. So for my outer corner, I'll be using the shade Lyra, and I'll be just going in with my blending brush as well. Like I said, it is my first time trying these eyeshadow shades or palettes for that matter, and I will Like, it's BH Cosmetics. They're amazing. So I just dab that into my brush, and I don't know how pigmented this is. Judging by the other palette, I'm guessing it's going to be very pigmented, and judging by the rest of their palettes that I have bought and used and tried out, I know it's going to be pigmented. So I tap my excess off, and with a very light hand, look where I'm holding my brush, keep that in mind as well when you guys are applying a shade that's dark and you're not sure what's going to happen and that you want to really blend out. I will be placing this shade right in my crease, very light-handedly, and only focusing on the outer corner of my eyelid, using circular motions and bringing that in very softly. So I am packing it on the very outer corner, and I'm just packing it on underneath my first half of my brow bone and in that little V on my outer corner, just so it gives it more depth and dimension to my eye. So to intensify my eyeshadow on the outer corners a little bit more, I'll be using the Napoleon Purtis Color Disc in the shade Copper Topper. It's a very mockery sort of shade. I'll swatch it for you guys so you guys can see as well. That's it over there. And I just know that it's going to give it that sort of earthy look that I really want to my makeup look today. So I'll be using my BR16 brush, tapping my excess off and just focusing this on the outer corner. Now for the middle part of my eye look, I want to go in with this olive shade from the Take Me to Brazil palette, and then to apply that on, I'll be using my Motives shadow brush. So I just want to focus this shade on my eyelid, the top of my eyelid, and also halfway through the inner corner. So it is very pigmented, but it didn't come out the way I wanted. So I've just got some shadow on my brush at the moment, and I'm going to give it a light spray with my Fix Plus and see if that gives it a more intense look. So for my inner corner, I want to go in with the shade Phoenix from the Supernova palette, only because this is really gold and I really want that sort of pop of colour in my inner corner of my eye. And I'll just be using my Napoleon Purtis BR9 brush, a very pretty gold colour. I just want to focus this on my tear duct area and my inner corner. And I'm giving it a spray with the Fix Plus so it shows it more intense as well. Now for my lower lash line, I'll be using the shade Copper Topper again, and I'll be using any flat top liner brush for that. Now we do want to keep this very smoky, so keep that in mind. So I am going to be placing it and smudging it at the same time, not going so precise. I do want to look this, like, make this look really smoky, bringing that all the way in to meet the shade Phoenix on the lower lash line. So I just picked up another shade that I used to be in love with, and I probably am still in love with, from the Napoleon Purtis Color Disc range, and this is in the shade Angel Dust. I like to use this as a subtle but buildable highlight, and also for a highlight underneath my brow bone, because it has such fine, and I don't know, it just got such a shimmer in it that it's amazing. And it's not only white, it looks white, but it's got that gold sort of undertone shimmer look. So with any tiny tip brush or even a bullet brush, doesn't matter, I'll just be placing this shade right in the arch of my eyebrow bone and in the inner corner as well. I picked up this Savvy liner in the shade Champagne. I do want to put it on, but I'm not too sure. I don't trust it as much. Just going to give you guys a little swatch. So it's, like the name says, a champagne color, and that's it over there. I don't know if I want to go in with that look, so you know what, we're going to stay on the safe side, and I'll be using my Maybelline Hyper Sharp Wing Liner to put my liner on, and I'll be right back with you guys. So I've done my liner and I've just set my eyelash glue to dry out, but before I do anything else with my eyes and eyelashes, I want to go in and set my brows now that I'm done with my eyeshadow as well. And first off, I'll be using my Chi Chi Fiber Brow in the shade Medium Brown. I'm nearly out of this, so for the fibers only, I do go in with this still, and then on top of it, I use my Maybelline Brow Drama in the shade Dark Brown. So I go in at the very beginning to add fiber hairs to the beginning of my brow, because I do like them intense, and as you can see, I am very rough with it as well. I'm not very light-handed with it. And then I go in to the body and the tips of my brow, and look how much of a difference it does already. And then on top of it, I'll use my Maybelline Brow Drama in the shade Dark Brown. I use this just for the pigment, and also it's got more of a stronger setting effect. It's like I can feel my brows actually set into place with this. And now for my lashes, I'll be using my Essence Get Big Lashes Waterproof Mascara and just coat my lashes once with this because we are going to be putting falsies on. For my lashes today, I have changed things up a little bit. I've ordered a bunch of eyelashes from eBay and I will link it down below. It's the Mink 3D lashes in the style A11. This is what they look like. They're very fluffy, very glamorous. And I'll open them and show them as well up close. So that's the lash hairs over there. As you can see, they are very, very fluffy. They do seem like they're very high quality for eBay. I picked them up for $3.85 per pair and I'm just going to try it out today, see how it goes. So I'm very happy with how the lashes actually did turn out. And now that they're all dry and set, I did run along the rim of the eyelash with my Maybelline Hyper Sharp Wing Liner. But now I'm going to be doing my lower lash eyelashes as well. So I'll be going along with my Essence Mascara again and just running that lightly along my lower lashes. Alright, so in my inner corner, I'll be using my Napoleon Purtis China Doll Gel Liner in the shade Yang. And this is a smudge-proof, waterproof, bullet-proof eyeliner. And they come in all shades from brown to navy to glittery black to actually matte black to white. And I'll be using any liner brush for that. So to finish off my eye look, I'm going to put two little diamantes in my inner corners. And that's what they look like over there. They're just normal, you know, stick-on diamantes. And I'll be using my remainder eyelash glue to stick these two on. So I'm just going to let those two set into place. I'm actually loving the way this makeup did turn out, but I'm going to be going in with my lip liner now. And for my lip liner, I'll be using my Napoleon Purtis lip liner in the shade Hot Mocha. And then on top of that, I'll be using my Kylie Cosmetics Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade True Brown Cake. I think it's my first time trying this shade on camera. I have worn it off camera before, but never on camera. So this is my end result. Again, I am so happy with the way it turned out. So if you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did filming it, please give it a like, please give it a share and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you next time. Bye guys.